Psychology and Film, Shutter Island, Andrew Lattis case study. Andrew Lattis is the main character in the 2010 psychological thriller Shutter Island. He believes he's a U.S. Marshal named Teddy Daniels whose wife was killed in a fire started by a man he called Lattis, and now he has been sent to an insane asylum to find a missing patient. In reality, he is a member of the asylum named Andrew Lattis who was driven crazy when his wife killed his children, which drove him to kill his wife. The staff of the asylum were letting him play out his delusion as a final attempt to cure him, since nothing has pulled him out of his delusion so far. He develops his delusion to avoid accepting the tragedy that has befallen him and what he has done. This movie is a dark and sinister one, with gloomy tones through the whole movie. It takes place on a dreary island in the 1950s in the middle of nowhere, with nothing on it but the asylum and those that inhabit it. The movie is set without revealing the fact that this is Lattis' delusion, leading the viewer to believe everything he believes. Andrew Lattis suffers from severe schizophrenia. Schizophrenia is a disorder which causes disturbances in thought, perception, and behavior. Symptoms include delusions, hallucinations, and disorganized thoughts. The culture in this movie is one that has very little knowledge of psychological disorders, which is portrayed through treatments that have no effect on any of the patients. This will make it difficult for a therapist to nail down a specific disorder. This disorder is usually associated with serial killers or the stereotypical crazy person. In a paper written by Sophie E. Leach, they found that while the marker for schizophrenia is genetic, the development of disorganized symptoms is independent, which could lead us to the idea that one's environment and culture is what develops it into a debilitating disorder. Andrew Lattis displays two very prevalent symptoms for schizophrenia, both of which are highlighted as some of the positive symptoms in the Diagnostic and Statistical Manual of Mental Disorders. First, hallucinations. In many instances in the movie, Lattis sees the image of his wife and kids. His kids are usually asking for help, while his wife is giving him hints on how to solve the case. Second, delusion. There are two main delusions. Firstly, he believes that Lattis is the man who set the fire that killed his wife, even though he is Lattis. He also comes to the conclusion that the asylum is a Nazi camp and that they are trying to take him to a lighthouse to kill him. On the contrary of these, one symptom identified in the manual that he does not have is disorganized thinking. Throughout the film, he is portrayed as very intelligent and well-spoken. The treatment for this should be cognitive behavior treatment, or CBT. Seems to be the most effective for the specific symptoms that Andrew Lattis suffers from. In a paper by Nicholas Terrier, it outlines an experiment with CBT that resulted in a 50% decrease in positive symptoms among patients. This works well for this disorder because it breaks down the symptoms, which is what causes the stress that Lattis suffers from the most in this film. And because no physical or medicinal measures are used, it is both socially and ethically acceptable. In the film, schizophrenia is identified as being more oblivious to reality than violent and crazy. I personally believe that the representation is not only accurate, but very humanizing in the sense that they do not make him out to be a violent psychopath, rather a man trapped in his own mind. This humanizing portrayal is very important because films' adaptations of these disorders end up becoming our truths, which can be very harmful to those who suffer from these conditions. Thank you very much.